Hey everyone, it's Erik here on Daily Mail FDM, and this week's topic is the future. Now, speaking about my own personal future, absolutely nothing about my future right now is certain. I plan on attending the Cleveland Institute of Art within the next 2 years, I think. Plan on getting top surgery within the next year, depending on how much funds I'm able to raise. Doing that might push college back a year, which is why I said it might happen within the next 2 years. I wanted to go next year, but because of top surgery, that might not happen. So I'm definitely going to be getting top surgery. I'm hoping by the end of next July. So links in the description if you want to help me out. That would be wonderful. Great. As far as other transition-related things in the future, I am uncertain about bottom surgery. As far as right now, I feel like by the time that I'm able to afford it, there will probably be some developments in science and medical technology and whatever, and there might be more options. So I'm leaning towards a fallow, but I want to keep my options open. There's not going to be a whole lot happening with me in the next year or so. It's just going to be saving up money and getting ready for college and top surgery and letting testosterone do its thing, all that. Talking about the future of the trans community, obviously with the revelation of Caitlyn Jenner's new look, identity, everything, that has greatly impacted the community in positive and negative ways. I think the negative connotation being that I feel like for a while we're going to be kind of a laughing stock because people have taken the liberty of insulting Caitlyn so much within the past couple of days. She's kind of like the forefront of our movement at this point. It used to be Laverne Cox, but I feel like in comparison to Caitlyn Jenner, she's kind of on the down low, you know? She's there for the community, yes, but Caitlyn Jenner purposely made a massive deal about her coming out and her transition and everything, I think, for the purpose of bringing complete awareness from like the entire human population to the transgender community. She wanted to make sure that everybody knew what trans meant, what it's like to transition, that it's okay, all of that. Whereas Laverne Cox kind of just wanted to, you know, she wants people to know, yes, I am trans, but she just kind of wants to teach people who are already aware the do's and don'ts of how to treat trans people. I think Caitlyn wants to be more of a role model to people who are trans and just to make awareness for people who aren't or don't know that they are yet. I think the future is bleak and bright as far as the community itself. I feel there's going to be a bit more violence towards us in the few coming years, but over time I think there will be more and more understanding, kind of like with the gay community, how Ellen DeGeneres kind of set things in motion and then things were really bad for a while and then they got progressively better. And now we're at a point where most people understand, you know, that gay is okay, we're on the road to legal issues being solved, and I feel like that's what's going to happen with the trans community. It'll go from, you know, nobody accepts it to more and more people are more open to accepting it, and because of the gay movement that happened before us, the good might come faster than it did for them, because people are going to try and compare it to the gay community, which we know that it's not the same thing, but it's almost good that they're comparing us, just because they're not going to give us such a hard time. It's going to be, okay, well, you know, the gays were allowed to do their thing, now we'll let you do your thing. The legal things, such as like insurance companies, and there might even be more surgeons that come out now that we have more visibility. Might be more surgeons willing to do surgery and all that. But insurance companies will probably start covering more procedures and laws that were originally restricting us, such as I live in Ohio. In Ohio, you are not allowed to change anything on your birth certificate. So when I get my name change, it's not going to change anything on my birth certificate. I cannot change my gender on there. I can only do that on my driver's license and social security and passport. Laws like that might be reversed in the future, which would be great. You know, there might be more marriage equality laws. That would be great. Things like that is going to be coming our way, I think. Now that we have one person who's going to kind of flick the dominoes. And we're going to see probably quite a bit more of trans-inclusive media, which will lead to greater understanding of the entire community. So, although my future personally isn't so exciting, the community's future as a whole, I think we have a lot to look forward to here in the future. It's going to be kind of anxiety-inducing for a while, just because with more exposure, there's going to be this period of extra violence while people are learning to accept it, which don't know why that always seems to happen, but I feel like that's what's going to happen. It might not happen quite as long. It might not even happen at all. I could be wrong. But that's what I feel like is going to happen. And then after that point, we're going to have more acceptance, and then normality, and it'll just eventually become normal, like gay is becoming now. It might take a little longer for that, but I think in the end, everything's going to work out as far as the community, and we won't have so many issues. I will see you all next Saturday.